What did the dog say after watching that episode?
The dog was completely asleep. What is the bit you're trying to do?
What did the dog say after watching that episode?
God, I don't know.
Woof.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 7.
Driftmark.
Well, I was actually going to ask you how you enjoyed the first two seasons of House of the Dragon.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Before we get into that, I will say I really liked this episode.
So good.
So good.
So good.
Like literally incredible. Like my favorite episode of the season so far. I hated the first two seasons of House of the Dragon because they took 6 episodes. It's not enough time.
Literally, I was like, it could have been
the
girls. And I mean, that's weird to transition your leads.
No.
Like, in the second sense, The Crown has won a bunch of awards.
It's literally not weird at all. And
it's actually even weirder to do it mid-season.
The Crown did it, and they also did it with Matt Smith. So it's not weird. It's literally not weird at all. I would have so much preferred that, having it at least one full season with the girls and getting into all of that. I've been talking about this a little bit with a couple of our followers on Twitter, and I've seen some other stuff too.
This is a spoiler show. We're going to launch right into spoilers.
Right into it. So the thing that annoys me so much is that I don't... Okay, apparently we are rapidly running like a juggernaut into the Dance of Dragons, which is like a war, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I can see the writing on the wall. We all know where the sides are. We all know who's on either side of it. The thing that's annoying to me is I would have loved more of a buildup to that. I would have loved knowing and seeing some of these personal slights and stuff that have happened, whereas right now we're just getting all tell and no show. For the most part.
There's a little bit. These
actors... very little. These actors are exceptionally good at it.
They are, through gritted teeth and clenched fists, doing everything.
Even the kids.
Everything.
Even the tiny kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
The kids being good, because I hate them.
Oh my God. Okay.
All of them, but especially...
the little girls.
No, the little girls. No.
All 3 little girls, because even Allison's little girl just wants to play with her fucking spiders, man.
We forgot to mention the millipede in, like, the previous episode.
I don't like...
No.
Insects with that have too many legs. It's too many legs.
You draw the line at 8. You draw the line at 6. You draw the line at 6.
I'm okay with ants.
With the butterfly.
And the butterflies. Let's not go crazy. But yeah, so I totally agree with you. I, very specifically, Emma Darcy, Matt Smith, and Olivia Cook are, chef's kiss in every scene.
I was prepared to actually be furious when I thought that they had killed Laenor.
Me too.
Because I was going to be like, okay, so kudos to casting people of color in your show. It doesn't count when you kill
half of them
all
are
of
dead.
them immediately. Yeah. And the fondness I have for them is all 9 actors that we've had putting in this work and stuff. But it's just sort of, first of all, who knew Lena was the one holding all of this shit together?
Yeah, what the hell?
Because took her off the board.
So I don't think it was her holding it all together. I think it was the fact that they all had to be in the same room together because she was dead.
But there was that, and then the wedding. That should have easily been at least the season 1 finale, if not, or at least season 2. Regardless.
That's the other thing that's very frustrating to me, is because now all of a sudden off screen we have regained Otto Hightower as the Hand of the King. There was no talking about it. No one ever... I thought that Larys Strong was going to become the Hand of the King. I thought that's what Alicent was going to do for him. And then it's like, I believe that she didn't intend for the other Strongs to be killed. I believe she didn't want that. Yeah, that's good acting for an audience of 1 who was your co-conspirator. And so, but I still would have thought that, like, in order to keep him as a co-conspirator and keep him quiet, that would have been his payment, was to become Hand of the King. And just suddenly it's her dad again for no good reason.
Alicent, stop listening to any and all men challenge.
Don't listen to your husband. Don't listen to your dad. Don't listen to either of the fuckboys who want to nail you for sure. And don't listen to your goddamn sons, because they're little bitches. The older one at least had the grace to just get totally shit hammered at this funeral.
Yeah, and it's Aemon and Aegon. Aegon's the older one. Aemon's the younger one.
Yeah.
Aemon, I was rooting for you like 3 ways over. What was that?
I really wanted Aemon to get the dragon. I was like, that's cool.
Well, I appreciated that, but I agree that it's like at their mother's funeral for him to like swoop in.
No, that's bad.
That whole scene was amazing. I just thought we were going to do Atonement. I just thought he was going to see them banging. I had no idea what was happening. And so when it turned into How to Train Your Dragon, I was like, this is amazing. And also I've had several nightmares like that.
Where you're trying...
Not quite on a dragon, but you're just like clinging on for dear.
Yeah.
But that was so cool, and I was like so on his side for the moment. Apparently, so we didn't get any new dragons. However, for the first time, we got like all 5 of them circling, which was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Vhagar is apparently a girl.
Yes, I didn't know that either.
And
I looked her up.
The biggest one. She's a big girl. I like her.
She's humongous.
That fight with the kids was insane. It was like the fucking Joffrey, Sansa, Baker's boy lady fight on steroids.
Yeah.
I did see you guys were watching the end of the episode, or the inside the episode, where the boy who played Aegon was ready for his close up. He had his latte in the director's chair explaining it. But I was like, it really was just like 5 kids, like 5 children just wailing on each other. Yeah.
The girls gave pretty good. That one of them, Hermione'd the shit out of his little Draco Malfoy ass. She came up and walloped him right in the eyeball.
I wanted them. I was mad that they didn't get to talk. But so anyways, that scene happened. It was amazing. There was like 5 things in this episode where I
could hear you
or laughed out loud. I still like Alicent. I find... What is the difference between sympathy and empathy?
Yeah, I feel that you feel empathy for her and her position that she finally explained. You are not sympathetic towards her because you can recognize that she is villainous.
Oh, she was wrong.
Yeah.
This actually did the single most work for me for Rhaenyra. Because I found Rhaenyra to be kind of plain and boring.
Oh my God.
What?
I think yes, but I think that's the thing too, that where we could have used a lot more, like this stuff should be happening in season 2 of this show, because like I never got enough of a sense that this was only in episode 1 that they were very close friends, and then immediately she was getting married to, the king, and it was like over.
Well, like Rhaenyra was kind of cold and bitchy to her for like an episode, but it's like, it would have helped if we were actually seeing her sort of Rhaenyra slighting and making like a mockery of Alicent.
Sure, 100%.
Because I stand by my previous statement where I was like, she has put in a lot of work trying to make things work. And the old-fashioned way, the traditional way.
And she finally does vocalize that in this episode, but I think the issue is that like it's too late at this point. Like you should have had this conversation at least once before.
I also feel like her snapping came a little bit out of nowhere. I think
she did the knife thing though.
She did. You've been waiting.
Olivia Cook is amazing.
Assess my opinion as we move forward.
Yeah.
But everything that I know about this character up to this point actually makes me feel like she's very level-headed and in control. And again, I mean, I know that when people snap, they fucking snap.
See, because I think instead of being boring, that's what I would say about Rhaenyra, is that she's very level-headed and like even-tempered.
Oh, I mean boring as in like she's like a slightly prettier Arya trope, where it's like she's a bit of a tomboy.
See, I don't think she's very like Arya at all, and especially not since Emma Darcy took over, because now Rhaenyra is an adult.
Maybe I'm being a little unfair, but I stand by the whole, like, this made me like Rhaenyra the most of everything.
I just love the notion where she, you know, like, Alicent is like, I did everything right and blah, 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 this and everything. And while she's, like, holding the knife and they're at odds or whatever, and Rhaenyra is just like, well, now everyone can see what you really are like, so congratulations.
Well, because also, I was a little surprised that based on the previous episode, she seems to understand that her kids suck. So why she was so...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think she's still trying to put them on the throne.
Of course.
I love Rhys Ifans so much. If Otto Hightower had died off screen, I might have been okay with it.
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the funeral scene, although not for nothing, I kind of LOL'd when they like pushed the casket, because I mean, I saw it was made of stone, but I just went to the 80s Clash of the Titans where I thought it was going to like float off and like sink somewhere. But it just goes thunk. And I was sort of like...
tons more down there.
Yeah, I was sort of just like, this is odd.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy that scene. I enjoyed having all of our characters together.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we still have Corlys and Rhaena in place.
Yeah.
Because especially Rhaena disappeared for like 3 episodes there, and I was sort of like, are we done?
No.
I liked all that. I'm still in. I still like the Rhaenyra and Daemon.
Woo!
Are you?
Woo! I'm so into this toxic, incestuous relationship. I'm so here for it. It's so toxic.
I want
and gross,
some garbage. I want some.
And the fact that he, like, in the behind the scenes thing, he was like, Matt Smith was like, I like Daemon, he's a leaner. And he just always is in the fucking background like a smug son of a bitch, just leaning on the door or whatever. But I think that's what I like the most about him, because he's observing everything. He can see everything.
I was surprised nobody...
It helps him put his stuff into...
It didn't come of anything that he, like, came in with Rhaenyra when everyone was in the Grand Hall.
They were always close, so I don't know that it would be, like...
Because I really liked, and still do like, Laenor, but he was kind of dropping the ball in this episode.
Yeah.
And I was really bummed with... What's his name? His boyfriend?
Carl, right. With a Q.
Yeah. I was really bummed when Daemon was, like, talking to Carl about, like, having him throw over Laenor, and I was like, really? Is this what we're doing? Although, I can't believe that they didn't let Daemon seduce Carl.
I thought it was happening.
He was so close. And
I
was
thought
like,
it was happening.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
If they had been actually trying to kill Laenor, I think
they were. Oh, you think Daemon is in on this?
Yes.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, I did too, until they explained it to me.
Guys!
No. Will and Rachel explained it to me, not the after the thing. Because the guy that gets in the boat with Carl is Laenor. He's shaved his head.
No, I knew that.
Yeah, no, I don't think Daemon was trying to.
But my point is, I wanted Daemon to kiss Carl.
It was very close. You can.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Matt Smith kiss a boy challenge.
Because I had fallen for it. Like, I really had. And I like that he's still out there. I hope it amounts to anything more than him being in the next episode and dying.
Yeah, well, so when he and Rhaenyra were having that talk after the fight and she was getting stitched up and everything.
And when he was like, I'm going to send Carl away. And I'm like, you don't have to send your boyfriend away.
He, like, had to go. He was like, he had to go fight. He wasn't sending him away. He had to leave and go fight at the Stepstones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But what I really liked, or what pinged my suspicion the first time, was Rhaenyra was like, you're an honorable man with a good heart. And I was like, later. I was like, we're not keeping you anymore. So, I don't know. We'll see.
How much did you love when Alicent went all Medea that Daemon was the one that took Kristen Cole?
I liked it very much.
Because Kristen Cole was like,
yeah,
let's go! And Daemon was the one, because I think anyone else Kristen would have mowed down.
Okay.
I hate him so much.
I hate him so much. I want him dead. Because I was like, he's all, I could never take the eye of a child. And then he's like, I'll kill that bitch, though. Hate him. Garbage. Throw the whole man in the trash. Mm-hmm. Hate him. Mm-mm. It's a no for me.
Viserys is, still around. Because that's one of the times you heard me gasp, is when he called Alicent Emma.
Yeah.
I might snap too. I don't know. I'm gonna make a very in-character stance.
I don't know. I think the thing is that I'm enjoying it because Olivia Cooke is very good. And also I can see the future where she is 100% hoisted on her own petard. So
there's a popular topic of conversation as to whether or not I'm contrarian. And is what I think my deal is I am very adverse to groupthink. I don't like when people just sort of are like, yeah, I got this figured out, and then everybody does it.
Sure.
And so with characters, particularly evil-coded female characters, I have a tendency to sort of be like, let's hear them out. Like, let's hear.
Okay, and here's the thing.
And so I knew we were heading this way, and we're there. I get it, but...
So one thing I'll say that I have heard from things on the internet is that she's a lot more shaded in the show than she is in the book, which I way appreciate. And I don't think you can get an actress that wouldn't want to even just put her own mustard on this role. But I definitely understand, and this is where it goes back to your empathy versus sympathy conversation. I understand the position she's coming from. She's doing every aspect of it wrong. Like, she should have, like, when Otto was leaving and it was still Emily Carey, and he said, you need to either you need to choose one of them, the king or Rhaenyra, because again, I'm still not there with like Rhaenyra's gonna bash the baby's little skulls on the ground or whatever, but like, she should have cleaved to Rhaenyra. She absolutely should have re-strengthened that relationship, as opposed to just being like a hateful, spiteful bitch about her lot in life, you know? And it's like, yes, I understand that, like, denying the king, like saying you won't marry the king obviously also comes with consequences, but like, I feel like there might have been a way to like negotiate some stuff in there.
I'm there with you.
You know what I mean? And so it's like, I definitely appreciate her as a character, but this episode is the first time that I felt that delicious Cersei energy that we've been missing in this show. So this is what I liked.
And I liked her scene with Laris.
He is...
I don't like him, but I like the scene where she was very much like, your enthusiasm is noted. I'll let you know if I need you. Stand by.
What is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air thing where he's like, he's got it wrong, but he's got the spirit of it. He's got the spirit of it. I desperately want him to like, I made a joke about it out there, and I was like, put down your ravens, get out of the basement of Harrenhal, and go touch some grass. Like, go outside. You're killing me, dude. Wash your hair. Like, you're killing me.
So yeah, Rhaenyra and Daemon are married now, and
here for some messy shit. This is how you get the Mad King. You want to know how you get the Mad King? Just like this.
And yeah, we got another slight time jump.
She also called him uncle after they fucked.
That was the fourth time that I gasped. Where I was like, lady, you have not once.
When she was young, she did. But I literally was like, ooh, don't call him uncle after he boned you. After he finally boned you 15 years later.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm enjoying this.
Me too.